Welcome back to the History Coach. Today we're going to cover Unit 2 of AP World History, Networks of Exchange, from 1200 to 1450. Guys, this unit is all about trade routes, okay? Connecting different regions of the world, spreading goods, ideas, technologies, even diseases. So let's break it down. Part 1, the Silk Roads. The Silk Roads connected China, Central Asia, the Middle East, and even parts of Europe. Luxury items like silk, porcelain, spices, they traveled west, while things like horses and glassware traveled east. The big innovation here, like we talked about in Unit 1, was paper money and banking systems, which made trade much easier. The Mongols played a huge role. They protected the trade routes, all right, during the Pax Mongolica, creating stability for the merchants to travel safely. That is big in Units 2 and Units 3, all right, the Mongols. Okay, Part 2, we're going to talk about the Indian Ocean trade. All right, I mean, it is the largest maritime trade system of the period, okay? It linked East Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and East Asia. Now, East Africa, we understood, was part of a thriving city known as the Swahili coast, talked about in Units 1, okay? Now, goods throughout the Indian Ocean trade, they were diverse. You had cotton, pepper, ivory, okay, gold. They were all exchanged. A big innovation was the use of monsoon winds for navigation, along with technologies such as the compass, the astrolabe, and the lateen sail. This network also spread religion, like Islam, to Southeast Asia, even blended cultures along the Swahili coast. We talked about the city-states of the Swahili coast. We're also going to be looking at the Trans-Saharan Trade network, okay? It connected West Africa to North Africa and beyond. The most important goods were gold and salt, but enslaved peoples were also traded. Powerful states like Mali, Mansa Musa, all right, they controlled this trade. Now, he also gained fame for what? Causing inflation, all right? Being the richest person ever to live, especially after his pilgrimage to Mecca, which showed off Mali's incredible wealth and strengthened connections to the Islamic world. Part 4, the Mongols and exchange. Okay, I think the Mongols deserve their own spotlight. They built the largest land empire in history, okay? Connecting China, the Middle East, and Russia. Huge. The Mongols spread technologies like gunpowder, paper, and the printing press. They also helped transmit the Black Death, which devastated populations, but also reshaped economies and societies in Eurasia. Now, Part 5, the cultural and technological exchanges that took place, they didn't just move goods through this time. It spread ideas. Buddhism spread into East Asia. Islam expanded into Africa and Asia. And paper making technology came from China. It transformed education in the Islamic world and even in Europe. Agriculture spread like chopper rice from Vietnam to China, which boosted food production and population growth. Now, Unit 2, just to sum it up, between 1200 and 1450, the Silk Roads, Indian Ocean trade, and the Trans-Saharan Trade networks, they connected Afro-Eurasia. The Mongols unified Afro-Eurasia, boosting trade, but it also spread disease. And across all these routes, goods, ideas, and technologies, they transform societies. Thanks for watching. See you next unit.